Privacy shouldn't mean packing into a supply closet like so many sardines.
I don't believe that.
Fresh start.
Why do you have a child working there?
Any Mark was here in this house.
I know, I talked to him.
Ooh.
If I tell you, are you gonna punish him for it?
My heart goes out to everyone who had to wait 3 to 4 years for season 2 of Severance. I literally just finished season 1, maybe 10 minutes ago. I'm about to hop into season 2. I feel your pain. I've been there waiting for my favorite series to come back for years. Did it for so many shows, but yes, that finale was amazing. Seeing our squad on the outside going for what makes their heart beat is amazing. Helly's half speech, killer. I'm sure that stirred a couple of pots. Seeing Irvin going to knock at Bert's door, trying to wake him up, trying to crash the relationship. I don't know, but seeing him do that was amazing. Dylan, he stays the MVP, man. Mark realizing that his wife was Miss Gemma, amazing. Him calling out to his sister that she was alive, phenomenal. That I've seen a lot of cliffhangers, but like that was brutal. That being the cliffhanger there where Milchek tackled Dylan, that was brutal. Like, why would you? Anywho, welcome to season 2 of Severance, currently airing. Probably by the time you're watching this on YouTube, the season would have been done airing. Thank you all for watching. Let's get into it. I just noticed that the episodes in season 2 are longer, so
on Severance.
Hi there. You on the table? You have been hired to a position on the severed floor.
Helly.
Industries. Ow!
Required the severance.
What are the numbers? Tell me. Don't tell me.
James Egan, current CEO.
I've met that guy. He's a
You're having her watch LER.
Keep it between us.
My God.
You are welcome here, much as I hope all of us will be welcome to visit you.
Why won't they tell us what we're doing here?
I love that they gave such a lengthy, that they're giving such a lengthy recap of season 1, because a show like this, if you're not chronically online like some of us that watch theory videos, breakdown videos, video essays about it, I'm glad there's this lengthy, because Daredevil just came out today, and I've been watching video essays on past seasons for the last 3 days just to like, because I don't have time to watch the whole 3 seasons. So I've been watching like 2-hour long retrospectives, and I'm sure I'm going to watch a lot after Severance. But yeah, if you're not someone who watches other media like that about shows you love, this long recap is so good. It's over 2 minutes. Love it.
Really wouldn't mention this.
Milchek with the moves.
You having a chat with someone, Mark?
Take it to work tomorrow. He'll know what to do.
You're all just gonna stand here and let him die?
It has been decided that you be suspended from your position effective immediately.
Crash out.
The goddamn OTC's been triggered.
My name is Helly R. I'm an innie. And
She's alive. And he's gonna switch immediately. Oh, I love these camera movements in season 2. I love this already. So from the tension in his face, this is right after. This is right after they switch back, right? Because that was similar panic to when Haley tried to off herself and came back in the elevator and she was shook. I love the camera work already. The cameraman must be speeding with him, like. If they switch the formation, then the floor plan, then their maps are useless now. Remember the maps PD made and they made? Hello? I'm curious to see what the consequences is though for what they did. Is that another Mark? Who the hell was back there? Hello?
Suppose you're Mark S. I'm Mark W.
Who are you people?
Perché sta in piedi in modo strano?
Hello?
Welcome back, Marcus.
Milchek.
In a minute.
So we're gonna start with this f***ery.
Queries till we arrive at the management office.
Were they fired?
You can leave the balloons in the foyer by my old desk, and I don't want them distracting you.
Is he the boss now?
5 months ago was one of the
5 months.
moments in the history of this company.
5 months?
I too was wounded by it. But,
Wait, did you say your old office?
Mark, this is Miss Wong. Miss Wong, Mark S.
Hello.
She'll be happy to mind your balloons while we chat. Right this way, Mark.
Children now? They hire children as well?
Is it normal for a child to...
Excuse the clutter.
He's the boss now. Hey, love to see a brother get promoted, man.
I now manage the severed floor.
What about my team?
So they didn't even reward her for the part she played. Technically, she didn't do it. She's the one who called Milchek and said fire was on the mountain. Run, run, run. See what I was saying last episode? Is like, you did all that for nothing. You didn't get rewarded. You didn't get put back in your old job. Cobell, man. Pain in my ass.
Miss Cobell is no longer with this company. I now manage the severed floor. We didn't fire them. Helly R and Irving B both successfully made contact with persons on the outside, just as you did. 4 of you have achieved international fame
Wow.
of severance reform.
Severance?
Have a seat, Mark. This accompanied a punitive rendition of the Kier hymn performed by Miss Cobell. Do you recall?
Mm-hmm.
As an unsevered man, I'll carry that knowledge the rest of my life. But for the past 5 months, we've been asking how a sadist like Harmony Cobell could take fertile root in Lumen soil.
What?
We also know Miss Cobell was at your sister's home when you awoke there. We believe she developed an erotic fixation on you and had plans to pursue both you and your outie in what might be termed a throuple.
That's
You still haven't told me where my team is.
where's the squad?
We tried for weeks to get them back, Mark. None of them agreed.
That's
Your outie insisted on returning. In fact, he begged us to let him back right away.
That's
They refused.
They're torturing them.
I'd like to hear it from them.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your balloons.
Oh, balloons, man. They're probably torturing them downstairs. That's the mistake they made with Dylan. How are you gonna show this closeted closeted is not the right term. How are you gonna show this isolated person that they have a whole world out there? You give them a glimpse of that world and expect them to just be normal and go with the flow? You guys up and Dylan found out he had a kid, and that changed the whole game. And now with all Mark's knowledge, his sister, his niece, him finding out his idol was his brother-in-law, him finding out all the things Miss Cobell did, and you just expect him to go back to work? Y'all are dumb as bricks. I don't know how this company lasted this long. You just think Mark is just gonna go back to work because you gave him balloons?
We showed up about an hour before you did. It's a little cramped compared to our old MDR. Speaking of which, how much do we see of that Mr. Milkshake?
Milchek.
I don't know.
Marco, where I can find some ink pencils?
Supply closet?
Why is she...
Did you really see the outie world?
Yeah.
Can you tell what state we were in? Because 3 of us put Wyoming on our input survey. Did you see any buttes?
No. Hello, Miss Wong.
Oh no, it's the ball game.
Let's head to the kitchenette.
Oh, did she take Milchek's job?
My name is Miss Huang. It's my first day here as deputy manager. I was a crossing guard.
Dude.
Mark W?
Why are you a child?
Good question.
Because of when I was born.
Good answer.
I'm from the MDR department of Branch 5X, where I work with Gwendolyn Y. So this is a nice surprise.
I'm Mark S., and I've been here about 2 years. That I am lucky enough to have made 4 new friends today.
He's playing, yo.
That's nice, Mark. But I have to remind you that I'm a supervisor, not a friend.
Boundaries. I think he's putting up a front.
3 new friends.
Passive, aggressive. And I love that because I think he's being smart. Because one of the things from season 1 is this idea that if Mark was the one telling Helly all the things that would go wrong if she tried, and if it just goes to show that he's tried everything. I feel like now with all he knows, he's just playing it calm for now. Because I mean, even the show, they didn't have to be that explicit to let us know that his wife is in his mind literally right now by showing a shot of her. But it's like they put it there to just show us that obviously he don't give a about what's going on here, but he's just trying to play it cool for now, at least get his bearings. Or he's not even working. I can't wait to see how home Mark is doing. Huh? Did he not go home? Am I tripping, or did Mark not go home?
We never hit quota. Not once.
Damn.
But it seems like you really liked yours, so I'm sorry.
Wow. Are some of his new team members just here to keep an eye on him? It could be. He's trying to get rid of them, huh? Come on, I want to see home Mark.
I don't know if this will reach you, but I'm writing to alert you of the heinous conditions in the severed office to which you have transferred me. The branch is run by a shambolic rube who goes by Milkshake.
Oh my God.
If you must continue to send me here, please consider strapping a bomb to me so that I may explode both Milkshake, wrathfully, your innie, Mark W. Is it earnest? Do you really think I'm a shambolic rube?
Wait, you think I wrote this note?
It recognized his writing, huh?
I don't know why you hate this team.
I don't hate this team.
You didn't even disguise your own handwriting.
Right.
I want my team. Which part of that don't you understand?
Ooh, talk to him. Oh.
Marcus, at this time, I revoke your status as department chief.
I accept.
You will be relegated to the office and must check in regularly as to your progress.
Boo.
What's funny?
You don't know what I did to the kitchenette yet, do you?
He's gonna be a menace.
God damn it.
What did he do?
Hey!
Girl, relax.
It's in your office.
Oh, the
It's got
board?
speaker.
Marquez from Macrodata Refinement. Okay, well, if you're there, please listen. Now, I know that you want to do the right thing for severed people, which is why I need to see my team again. Mark! If you truly are the face of severance reform, as you say, then they deserve a chance. Mark! Please, appear, please!
Break room? I'm gonna miss Harmony, though.
Your Audi's fame has gone to your innie's head.
My innie just wants his co-workers back so we can serve Kier together.
Good point.
Why can't you just bring them back?
Goodbye, Marcus.
Jesus. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we have not seen Mark's home self, because with this Severance, there gotta be a way they can like reserve only your lumen self, because I think that has to be what they're doing with Miss Gemma, because they take her downstairs to that dark basement that Irving always paints. So it got me thinking, is she dead on the outside? Is she actually dead and like somehow they trapped that consciousness there? And if so, maybe something similar they're doing to Mark. Because even this last elevator trip, it's almost like the way he's been changing is very different from how he usually changes. That painting is diabolical.
Dylan!
Mark, did it work?
It worked.
Where are the others?
I don't know.
Milchick was... I didn't think I was coming back.
Okay, I've been back a couple days already.
What?
Cobell's gone. Milchick's in charge.
So the man who just tackled me and cut up my best belt is our boss now?
He tackled you?
Yeah, bad. Which, I mean, fair, I tackled the man first, but I didn't his belt. Kier pardons his betrayers?
Wow. The Squad.
Are you okay?
Is this some kind of prison for them? Nice haircut.
Irving, what happened?
Irv! Dude, what's wrong? You poor up there?
You poor up there. Nah, he got catfished up there. Helly?
Hallie! Oh my God, are you okay?
Aww.
I'm okay.
5 months, maybe more.
Where's everybody else?
It's so good to see the Squad back.
Irving?
You won't come out.
Heartbreak, man.
I'm sorry, Mark. I just need a moment, please.
Okay, take your time. I think so. I mean, Milchick said our message got out. He said we're famous.
All of us equally, or one of us is like the star?
Well, because I sort of sabotaged the new people.
Now tell me.
What if they're waiting for us to tell each other what happened because they don't know what happened? I mean, what if they're listening, Dylan?
I'm sorry. I was just
Crying.
Are you okay?
No.
I'm Miss Wong.
Yeah.
Mr. Milchick's waiting for you in the break room.
Is someone gonna tell Dylan something?
Why is she like 8?
I don't know.
So they replaced us?
For a couple days.
Who was me?
They weren't like specific counterparts. They were, I don't know, weird.
Okay, well, I don't think you should feel bad at all.
Feel bad?
Yeah, for ending their lives.
Well, I wasn't.
I love seeing all of them back. You guys owe Dylan a story. 3 different stories. The side eye is crazy. She's like, don't f with me. Ah, Irvin is just heartbroken here, man. Okay. What is that weird smile, my guy?
Welcome back. Please, take a seat, if you wouldn't mind being in back.
I guess the board reconsidered my terms.
What you're about to see will be shown to every innie who sets foot in this building after today. I hope it will give you a sense of Lumen's feelings.
Oh, God. Listening.
Oh, hi. You probably don't recognize me from this angle. I'm the Lumen Administrative Builder, so you can just call me Lumen. Or is one of the premier severed workspaces in the 206 countries from which...
Wow.
Hey, no running in my halls. That tickle.
Bert.
This question came to light when 4 NDR workers, dissatisfied with their severed lives, conspired to mount what Lumen historians will forever call the Macrodat Uprising.
Wow. Propaganda.
Let's burn this place to the ground.
I love it.
Are we down here still working in the dark?
You know what? My wife literally said this as we were watching. She was like, Frank, can't they hear everything these workers are saying? Like in every single room. Don't every single room have a camera? They even have video and audio of them taking a shit. Makes sense. But then why let them do some things? Maybe they couldn't just hear everything. They could only hear some. Because, I mean, if they were constructing a plan to, like, awake their self outside and all the damage it did to Lumen's public figure, I'm guessing they would have stopped that.
And love.
Wow.
What the shit?
Like fruit leather, cut beans, Christmas mints, and salsa.
What?
The incentives were also reformed and now range from hall passes to pineapple bobbing.
Huh?
I've sat by this reflective pool my whole life, yet it took the quiet courage of 4 MDR heroes to show me who I really am. for the macro death uprising.
This is some propaganda. Maybe a way for them to spin their BS into a positive. I wish you guys could watch my wife watching this show for the first time. The moment, remember when in season 1 when Harmony threw a mug at Mark and immediately said, I did that because I knew you could handle it and grow and grow from it. That was like abuse 101. So it's kind of like that thing where like I think maybe Lumen is just using how they shit the bed to make this propaganda cover up that, oh, we made this and this because this uprising did this, and kind of like make themselves look good.
I know we have our differences, but I want you to know that I truly respect each and every one of you. By end of day, each of you will choose whether you want to remain here. Not your outies, but you. If you start work on your file, I'll assume you want to stay. If not, I'll send you to the surface. No ill will. The break room has no cameras or microphones. Privacy shouldn't mean packing into a supply closet like so many sardines.
I don't believe that.
Fresh start.
Why do you have a child working there?
What the hell was that?
Massive ass head game is what that was.
Mm-hmm.
So what the hell did you guys see up there?
There were no microphones in here.
Yeah, he says a lot of shit, so just whisper it.
Okay. My sister's house for Rick and Hale.
You know Rick and Hale.
And for some reason, we both know Cobell. Just before I switched back, I found a wedding photo.
Mm-hmm.
Audie's wife died a few years ago, which apparently is part of why I decided to get severed, except the woman in the photo was Miss Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Casey is your wife?
It's my Audie's wife.
But she's dead.
No, I know, but it was her.
Mm-hmm.
I went to wellness. It's gone.
Vanished.
Are you okay?
Well, I don't know. What about you? What did you see?
Hers is a lot.
Inside of a really boring apartment.
Live by yourself?
Helly?
Sweatpants and a t-shirt.
What kind of t-shirt?
This motherfucker is an imposter. This is an imposter. That is not Helly. Oh, that is not Helly. Boring apartment, my ass. That's the chick we don't like. This is not Helly. Oh, these motherfuckers are diabolical. Either that, because my mind is telling me either that or Helly doesn't want to tell them the fact that like she's who she is. But then my mind is like, why would she not tell them? She has no reason to lie to them. They all saw what her outside self said to her, the dehumanization and everything. So it's like, it's all outside her, right? This is an imposter, yo.
I was watching some nature show on TV, wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt.
And I just want to geek out about the camera movement here, because like usually in a lot of like movies or TV shows, like camera angles shifting from like one side of the screen to the other or crossing a line kind of like indicates a switch. And I love that the moment she started lying, if that train of thought is correct, it switched from right to left side of the screen, and like Mark's head was kind of like that line. So I love that detail of like the camera switch as we find out this is not our Helly. So cold.
I went outside and found a guy. He looked like a gardener. He said that his brother was a cop and that he would tell him everything. Sorry, guys, I really tried.
A gardener?
Yeah.
A night gardener?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Maybe he has a different job during the day.
And it's crazy. I mean, it's hard to suspect her at this point for all of them. But it's like, y'all know Helly. If Helly woke up on the outside, she's gonna burn shit down. Which, I mean, she did in last finale. But like, that's such a boring story coming from Helly. You know what I'm saying? Such a boring story coming from Helly. Like, you know, if Helly really woke up in a house, she wouldn't just waste her time. Like, she would go do something, go to the police, like find out something. Talk about a night gardener. Good job, Irvin, with that follow-up question. That's some right there.
A night gardener?
I think so. Maybe he has a different job during the day.
She's such a good liar.
What about you, Irv?
Suppose he's serious? Letting us leave?
Nope.
What did you see?
She's just getting information.
That's what I saw.
Come on, man. You can tell us.
Even if it's bad.
She's a mole. It's too painful.
I just want to walk for a bit.
Let me talk him down. You go back to camp. I'll get you if I need you.
Are you sure?
Look at her insisting. And the thing right now is like, I'm thinking of ways. If she's outside Haley, and I'm thinking of ways she can be exposed. But the thing is, she has all the information that inside Haley would have. Because they have cameras, they have footage, they have audio. So it's not like how Miss Cobell was testing Mark on the outside at the party with like asking specific questions, you know what I'm saying? Because if they asked this Haley specific questions, she would know, because there's been surveillance, there've been audio, all the photos Milchek has been taken. I mean, we saw all of it during the speech, her outside speech. Man, as if we didn't hate outside Haley enough. Now she's a mole in here, boy.
Did you guys look happy in the wedding photo?
Yeah, we did. Miss Casey and I never felt that way.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
Well,
don't tell her shit.
Gotta get her out of here, right? I mean, if she's my wife,
Though technically, strictly speaking, she's not your wife.
you know, we're the same-ish person, so it's mushy.
We're not the same, actually. Us and the Audis, we're not.
Okay, now it's confusing.
Casey is, well, she's one of us. So if you want to help your Audi and find out what happened to her, I'll help.
Okay, now it's confusing as hell, because like this is acting like our Helly. So now I'm confused. And please, my confusion don't mean you should clarify and spoil shit in the comments. I beg you with God. Nah, but Helly being so rebellious, if she heard that there was a way to get out of here, she would take that chance instantly. Because Milchek told them, you're the one who decides if you leave, not your Audi. She would have said her goodbyes and left. And probably try to do something for them on the outside. So it's just so confusing.
So you're staying?
I think I'm staying.
I was hoping there would be a lingering shot for us to see the true her right there, but...
Hold up. Alone, Dylan. You can't leave until the end of the day.
I failed at the objective. I went to go find Bert.
Okay, did you see him?
Mm-hmm.
He's married. Or at least he's with someone. I should be happy he's happy.
Yeah. But seems like you're probably not, right?
Mm-mm.
I'm not trying to be happy.
Ignorance is bliss.
I'm going to leave, Dylan.
It is not leaving, so stop calling it.
I know you
Just
want...
try.
Give him a hug, man.
You're a good friend, Dylan. Before I went to Bert's, I woke up in my apartment. I was standing in front of some kind of easel.
Look, there's easels up there.
Mm-hmm.
Black hallway.
Like the break room one?
No, it was different, darker.
Mm-hmm.
An elevator at the end with a downward arrow.
With a red arrow.
I'm sorry that Audi Bert has a hot husband or whatever, but he is not the point. Any Bert is the guy you fell for, and I know because I encouraged the courtship.
You did.
After you find the black hallway or...
I want the pain to be over.
Damn.
We'll be together.
He wouldn't want that.
How do you know?
Because I don't want that.
That's a friend right there.
You're part of what makes me good at it, so please do not go.
I'm your favorite perk.
Dylan G.
Shout out to Dylan, man. The
Mr. Melchek would like to see you.
Yo, I'm still torn on Helly, man. It feels like an imposter, because that's such an obvious lie, and I can't see any reason for the omission. Oh?
I know, but they said it would be corrected by now. M-R period space M-I-L-C-H-I-C-K. Yes, thank you.
You wanted to see me?
Thank you, Miss Wong.
You gonna apologize about the belt?
Talk to him.
Your wife's name is Gretchen. She wanted you to know. Come with me.
What? I do not trust Lumen.
And I do apologize, Dylan, for not being a better listener. For not hearing your needs. It's called the Audi Family Visitation Suite.
Are you saying I could see my family here?
I'd say yes.
They could be actors, though.
As such, I'm asking that you keep this between us, or you only to avoid resentment. I'd hate for your friends to turn against you after all you've done for them.
Oh my God. Like, dude, that's what they always do. Make you worried about the wrong shit to plant division. Because this is tailor-made to deceive Dylan. Because they know he's someone who's always jazzed about perks. And also knows that he's jazzed now that he knows he has a son about knowing more. So they're using those two things together to manipulate him. Talk about don't tell the others so you don't make resentment. Bull. It's a way to keep you quiet and compliant. Always trying to plant division. Because they know if you keep a secret like this from your friends, probably encourage you to keep more secrets from them to plan to get more perks and whatnot. And how do you start a revolution or radicalization if you're not working together and putting heads together with others? Get the out of here, man. Who even says the people that they bring will be real? Well, he does know what his son looks like. I don't trust y'all, man. Any word from Lumen, I don't trust them. And what the about you're all single on the outside? Like, Mark is seeing Alexa. We don't know if Irvin is actually single on the outside or not. Yeah, he went to see Bert, but maybe he actually has a boyfriend on the outside. Oh, this episode is they're going 100% with the mystery.
I'd hate for your friends to turn against you after all you've done for them.
What would you care though? Is Dylan? He got his own problems over here.
You okay?
I'm okay.
Where's Irv?
Right here.
I'm your favorite perk.
Irv? You okay?
I'm okay.
Nah, this happy song is Oh? Huh? Huh? That was his wife right there. Perk rate, perk time, duration. That was her whole face. What is all this numbers, man? What does this say? That kind of looks like, what they call it? Heart rate? Cold Harbor. Build. I know there's probably some clues in all these freaking numbers, but hey man, I'm not new rockstars. And she kind of changed into the numbers he's working on. Nah, so here's the thing. If you are watching this show the same time with me, let me know what you think about Helly. If you have watched the show or you're ahead, please don't, because like sometimes people think they're being very careful with their thoughts on the comments, but it's like I read so many comments and I'm like, I see you trying not to spoil anything or hint at anything, but like it's just sometimes when you have the full context of a character, even when you try, sometimes it's hard not to like make statements with that like overall journey of that character in mind. So that's why I'm just directing that to people who are watching with me at the same time, because like, why would Helly lie right there? Is it that she don't want them to shame her for being the head honcho in charge daughter on the outside. But then again, the series has gone through so many great lengths to show us that like they are very separate from their outside self. For her specifically, that like she has tried to kill her outside self, and her outside self have told her, you deserve to be there locked up, you're not human. So like the series has shown us and the other characters that there's so much separation between both Hellies, so she wouldn't have any reason to like lie to her group. That's why I'm thinking that is Audie Hellie, you know, infiltrating the office so she can really like put an ear down. And I think it's highly suspicious that the show doesn't show us any of their Audie, any of their outside selves throughout this long first episode. Now I smell with Lumen, man. Every single thing they've said, the old group, the new team, the little kid that's the new Milchek, wellness disappearing, the whole thing about the building listening, telling them they can leave if they want. That's some horse shit right there. Them trying to buy Dylan's loyalty. Come on now. I'm even more wary of Lumen in this season too, honestly. But yeah, man, that's wraps for us, episode 1. I'll catch you on episode 2 and probably 3 whenever I watch it.
A few moments later.
What's up, brethren? We're starting Severance episode 2 today, continuing season 2. But before that, I got a package. Melissa, big friend of the channel. We're gonna open this package real quick, check out what's in there. What if I ripped what was inside? It's not so much of a big surprise because she did tell me it was a shirt. There's a very beautiful card here. I love the little white markings on it. Your writing is amazing. Yeah, you got that nice teacher writing. And this is the shirt. Don't worry, Severance people. We're gonna check out Jesus. Scissors. We're gonna check out Severance soon. I just wanna share this with y'all, man. You feel me? It says stupid. Stupid. Hold on. I don't know if it's related to anything we're watching, but I know that's something I say a lot. Stupid. I kind of learned that phrase from my wife. Like, anytime she sees something that she's not like where she's not necessarily saying it's stupid as in it's dumb. It's just like stupid. Give me a second.
A few moments later.
Shit, boy. You know I like my big fit. Yes, sir. Now this fits like a glove. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much. Stupid. Now, if anybody is doing some dumb shit, I'll just point to my chest. I think the last time I said that in Severance was when Mark said Miss Cobell's name to her on the outside. Ah, okay, this makes yes, I think I was correct. Zed Franklin, thanks for all the light you bring to your channel. I always laugh when you say a specific line. See t-shirt. Hope you like it, Melissa. I absolutely love it. Brings a little sunshine into your day. Thank you so much, Melissa. Stupid. Yes. Let's continue Severance. Thank you so much, Melissa. Y'all definitely gonna see me rock this shirt a lot because there's a lot of stupid around, man. Two things before we start this Severance episode. For everyone who's been watching Severance, you probably already know this. To everyone who's current, but to us watching, this is not a spoiler or anything, but it's just something to think about that came to me recently. So remember when Irv found the painting in the copy machine, the painting of OND fighting macro data refinement, right? But then when they check OND's place, they saw that the painting was the same, but the badges were switched, like the attack and the attackers. And that was a plot line that like I was really focused on, like, what could this be? Could it be like some depiction of the future? Because in Severance, we don't know a lot. But then it came to me recently there that like Lumen planted those paintings on purpose. Why, you might ask? They want infighting between the different departments, because the more infighting it is, the more you fight the powers that be, the more you come together, which their plan didn't work because all the people from macro data refinements finally went to OND and like put their heads together and started discussing and working together. So it was just another ploy by these large corporations to make departments fight each other, which is so evil and so brilliant. I mean, it happens even in our world today with culture wars and like stupid things that don't matter, that like they make people fight each other just so we don't put our forces together and actually fight the powers that be, you know, the oppressors. You know what I mean? I was born and raised in Nigeria, and like Nigeria was colonized by the British. And with colonization and slavery, they come to a spot, plant infighting. That is one of the many tactics they use, plant infighting in there. So like when you're fighting each other, you're not fighting who you're supposed to be fighting. So that was a mystery that like throughout the season, I was like, is this depicting the future? But no, Lumen planted that there. You know, the same way they always discourage them from talking to each other, the same way we talked about in real life, how companies tell you not to discuss how much you're making with others, because doing that will make you know how the company is royally over. But not just that, it creates a sort of like silent spite for your coworkers, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, very messed up. And one more thing before we start, my big question with Helly last episode, that she's an imposter, she's an outie, and I sent that question to all of you, those of you who are watching with me for the first time, and I got a lot of like good feedback. A lot of you agree, but also feel like if Helly that is in here is actually our Helly, she must have some reason that she's lying to them about what she saw on the outside. Maybe because of Miss Cobell, because of what Miss Cobell told her about, she torturing her friends in there, and she doesn't want that. Maybe she has a plan somewhere, you know. So like that's the two mindsets going in now. But honestly, the show made it so obvious that something was up, because Helly, the Helly we know, hiding information from others, especially from our main character, Mark, like she even likes him, you know, and thinks so highly of him. So there must be a reason if she's not an imposter. And with all that yapping, and I love this show, Melissa, I'm not gonna lie. Stupid. Let's go. Yeah, let's check out episode 2. By the way, my wife could not wait. My wife went ahead and watched like till episode 4, and I'm there with my ass being like, I have to wait a week to watch this. Thank you for the shirt, Melissa. I'm gonna be rocking this plenty. Let's continue Severance today and see how many stupid people we're gonna find.
What about my team?
We tried for weeks to get them back. None of them agreed.
Liar.
I want the pain to be over.
What did you see?
This is Helena Egan.
I found a wedding photo. The woman in the photo.
Miss Casey. Yeah, and he saw her face in the... I don't know if he saw her face in the monitor, but that transition that they ended last episode on was like... I was like, damn. What's up, Squid? You kind of smell like poop, my guy. You should go lick yourself some more. Let the mystery keep unfolding.
We're not happy. We're miserable.
And now he's back. Jesus.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Where? Here, will you take her for a second?
It's okay. I got it.
Oh my goodness.
So this is you now?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Tell him everything.
What's my name?
Persephone.
Can you spell that?
Never.
Persephone. She's alive. It's crazy that they made us wait a whole episode to see like the follow-up of this. It's crazy. Like to see their outside selves. Who's that? Which version is that? Uh-oh. He scares me, dog.
Fetid moppet.
Father. I'll have someone from the floor liaise with the Audis.
I need to find out who they talk to.
That voice, man. Damn. My goodness. What excuse did they give you happen to your head, Dylan? I love that we're seeing their side this episode because we were all in the dark last episode.
I need you to go see all of them. Find out every word they said and who they said it to.
And shall I fire them?
Let Kier guide your hand.
Of course.
And the fact that they waited till the finale to show us Helly's Audi proper, genius. Is that her handyman? Mm-hmm.
Please. Sit. We've commandeered the footage taken by guests. Natalie is already doing outreach to media. And the Severance employees who were involved are being dealt with. Thank you for acting so quickly. You saved us from disaster.
Right.
Will Mr. Egan be joining?
Just me. I personally owe you a debt of gratitude.
It cost me dearly.
It did.
Stupid. Oh, God.
Which is why we'd like to ask you back.
An apology is warranted.
Yes, Queen. Require it. So after seeing Milchek being the head last episode, I was assuming she didn't get rewarded even after everything she did, that they still kept her ass fired. But it's so interesting to see that they even like acknowledged the good she did in saving their ass. But she said, I want that apology. Yes.
I apologize. My father apologizes.
What?
The board apologizes. We've treated you poorly. I'm sorry.
I welcome your contrition.
They are so weird.
There's much damage to control. I recommend we start by scouring the feed, and I need to interview Dylan G to see how he gained access to that.
We have something else in mind.
Oh?
We'd like to offer you a promotion. Severance Advisory Council.
I never heard of such a thing.
It's a brand new initiative. You'd be spearheading its formation. Your expertise is greatly valued.
Is that BS?
Which is why I should be running the severed floor.
Mr. Milchek has been promoted to floor manager.
Oof. Okay. Okay, Milchek.
You fear me.
He a biker.
We fear no one.
Clean.
And if we didn't hold you in such high esteem, we wouldn't be making this generous offer.
I'll put some thought to it.
She's so good.
Thank you for coming in, Harmony. Mr. Drummond will see you out.
I don't need an escort.
I don't need an escort. Let's go, Queen. Look, this makes me think Harmony probably also has some motive wanting to be on that floor. Because the math is not mathing. First, we know how much Harmony has a reverence for this company and Kier. Daniel have a shrine for him. So any promotion in that organization will be like Daniel's dream come true. So there must be a reason she wants to stay on the several floor. And speaking of her shrine, there was some medical gear in there and some old pictures and something. So it could be that she's, 1,001 things can happen with this show. So like, I think she has a motive, wanted to be in that severed floor. Cause like some things are not adding up. Just like last episode, Helly not telling them felt so off. Same thing with this episode too. Like her not taking that promotion, why specifically do you want to be on that severed floor? And last season, all the hoops she was trying to jump to prove that reintegration is possible, hiding it from the board, doing her little experiment with Miss Kate. Oh. Oh. Okay, let's continue. Let me shut up now. Oh. Fake smile.
Earlier this evening, at an event where I was excited to share my status as a severed individual with a group of friends and allies, I made the poor decision to consume alcohol while on a non-lumen medication for an arm rash. This had an inebriating effect, which caused me to say some deeply regrettable things.
Ah, Mr. Milchek.
Apologies for the hour.
Is everything all right?
How's your night been, Mr. Bailiff?
Fine. They're showing Barbara of Seville on TV, so I've just been here.
Wonderful. And you're feeling well?
Oh, God. What did I eat in there?
We just need to know if anything of note occurred. Anything at all.
Why don't you tell me what's going on, Mr. Milchek?
But in the hours since this outburst, I've been reminded just how seriously my family's company affects the lives of real people around the world.
You know your innie is a friend of mine. I feel confident he'd approve of me saying so. And he's a man of principle, which is rare, which is what makes this so difficult.
You're firing me?
When Lumen falters, it's our cherished workers and their families who suffer first. For the fear and insecurity this has caused, I must sincerely atone.
You were involved in a physical altercation with another employee this evening. It was brief but violent, and I regret to say that you were the aggressor.
Wait.
As such, I'm afraid we've no choice but to terminate your employment effective immediately.
What? So how are they back in the office? Because these are probably able to awaken just their inside consciousness without their outside self even being there at the building. You know what I'm saying? Because how else can we explain Miss Casey, Gemma, who on the outside for all intents and purposes died in a car crash, but is still in there? So who the f has Mark been talking to on the inside? All of episode 1.
My words provided more fuel for pernicious hate and derision.
You can't just do that. What happened? Did I break something? I can pay. I have cash upstairs.
When I said my innie was being tortured,
What am I supposed to tell my wife?
this was a joke and a lie.
I'm sorry.
I'm committed to this company with every part of me, but I'm also human. Just like my innie, and just like you.
You don't believe a word of that, man. Yeah, whenever companies do and have like their PR cook up something for them, it always has the same vibe and flavor where you can smell the stink of it and know it is total nonsense. These intros are so clean. The balloon heads. Cobell.
Well, that was more drama than I planned.
I guess so.
I'll let you know if we do another reading.
Please do. Don't punish the baby, Rickon. This wasn't its fault.
Of course. Good night, Rebecca.
Punish the baby?
I'm not the only one who heard you say it. It's like I made this up.
Right.
What the f is up with Rickon's friends, man? Last episode, she was like, dude was like, I found your kid. I am the one who found your kid. You're worried about Miss Cobell being around your kids? Worry about Rickon's friend being around your child. Don't punish the baby. This wasn't its fault. Who implied that the baby was going to be punished? It's weird, man.
We can reschedule the reading to next month. It's fine. I just have to decide if I'm going to restart with chapter 1 or not.
So you said she's alive.
If I may,
I'm trying to help you.
if I may, I really did feel it was clear you were referencing the baby. Patton had just saved her,
Well, he found her, yeah.
and I think that your workie was excited. I have to say, Mark, he really is a jewel.
Guys, obviously I was referencing the baby. Okay?
Yes. No, yeah, I agree. I think Rickon is right.
I agree.
Babe, will you take her for a second?
Yep.
So let's Occam's razor this.
You're looking for Eleanor. You find this picture, which obviously is of interest to you, so you pick it up. And then when Patton found Eleanor...
Saved her, I'd still say.
Okay, whatever. Yes, you still had it with you. Yeah, I think it's the only thing that makes sense.
Okay, and Eleanor was in the study because...
Because Mrs. Selvig left her in there, or Cobell, whatever.
Right.
Perhaps Cobelvig would be a helpful nomenclature?
And assuming that she's a lie really was about the baby.
Well, you don't think it was?
I do think it was.
Then why are you saying it like that?
I don't... Sorry, I'm just exhausted. It's been a weird night, Mark.
Oh, my God.
Why are you getting aggressive with me right now?
Okay, guys.
Whatever.
Okay. Let's deal with what we know to be true, all right? Mark's work, he went to great lengths to awaken himself, to alert us to abuses. He was inspired by my book. He found great meaning in it, profundity. Oh, God damn it, Rebecca. Honey,
yeah.
Got her?
So even you're tired of your friends.
What the f are you even saying?
Why are you being a to me? I'm trying to help you.
Right.
Seth Milchek from Lumen. Is Mark Scout here by chance?
Yes, he is. Come in.
Thank you. Mr. Scout, I imagine you have a few questions.
You could say that.
May I sit with you?
Right this way.
Even on the outside, he still has that demeanor, because he's the same.
Devin.
She said, got it here. Good job.
So,
that is a magnificent helmet.
Thank you. What happened tonight is what we call the overtime contingency. It's a safeguard we employ if we ever need to access your work personage off company grounds.
Yeah, you never told me about this.
OTC disclosure can be found in your start paperwork. It seems the tech was commandeered by one of your office mates, allowing him to wake the rest of you for a period of 39 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Any Mark was here in this house.
I know, I talked to him.
Ooh.
If I tell you, are you going to punish him for it?
We have no punishments at Lumen.
Boy.
We're more concerned about how you're doing, Mr. Scout. I can only imagine how violated you feel by his actions.
Yeah, speaking of violations, just wondering how common it is for your managers to commit lactation fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Cobell.
Yeah.
What we learned tonight is that she is quite severely unwell.
Yeah. She lives next door to me. I, know her.
And her behavior at Lumen seems to be the source of your innie's distress. She will never descend to that floor again, nor bedevil you out here any further. You've my word.
Bedevil.
But we do need to know what we're dealing with. Is there anything you can tell me?
I mean, no. I mean, we're very tired.
Yes, we are.
I think we've just said all there is to say.
When I tell you I love Devin, bro, I love Devin. Because, since season 1, anything that don't seem right, everything with her facial, animations and mannerisms when she's uncomfortable and everything, is self-insert for us, the viewer, man. Everything with some of Miss Colbert's weirdness, the other lady she met at birthing camp, and now with him, she does not give a damn. It reminds me a lot of Helly too. You're gonna see it on her face. No poker face at all, and she don't care if you know what she's thinking. The look she gave him when he first came. Cause you gotta remember, they f***ed with her daughter. Yeah, love it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, of course. I'll circle back.
Or don't.
In the meantime, I hope to see you Monday.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What your innie did tonight was completely unauthorized. It was also very brave. I'd hate to reward his courage with non-existence.
It's all a game. Radar. Bert. My God. Did he go to work that night? Or back home? Nah, you need to move, my boy.
You think we're about to meet our spouses?
Maybe.
Maybe it's each other. That'd be a hoot.
That would be a hoot.
Honey, you're cutting them wrong.
I want to see what happens.
In case we don't come back. In case we do.
Okay. Is that enough to do something for you on the outside? She said, run that back. Interesting. Meditate on that. Meditate on that a little bit. Also, someone on YouTube, I can't remember their name, last episode, I think I pinned the comment on the last video. They wrote this long message about how like they have been part of a cult, and they essentially wrote how, or like elaborated how every version of all of our main characters from season 1 kind of like are like archetypes for members in the cult, like different kinds of members in the cults, like the true believers, and the way they explained it, man, I loved reading that. And I can't tell if it was that particular message or another one that also touched on, especially in like religious settings, like a lot of children of the leaders that didn't necessarily have a choice in it, and how like later on they can find different things that like break them out of that mentality that they've been fed since they were born, or like different experiences and how difficult that is. And I mean, Helly witnessing that smooch from a couple of angles, and I don't know, maybe thinking that like a version of her is able to like find love or something like that. Maybe that did something for her in her head. Who knows if that's enough to uproot years and years of indoctrination and, you know, planting that lumen philosophy in her brain. Who knows? I mean, if anything can save you, it's I'm sure it's love. My man is anxious as hell.
The old man got all the money.
So they just fired all of them.
You got this. No pressure. You are so awesome. Smile.
Yes, you are. Getting a new job interview.
May I ask about benefits?
There's a coffee maker.
I meant healthcare benefits.
Oh, sure, yes, of course, for you, your family.
Okay, great. Yeah, you know, I think this is going to be a really great fit for me, Mr. Saliba. You know, ever since I was a kid, I've always felt like doors.
How old?
Sorry?
How old were you when you knew you loved doors?
5.
If you could be any kind of door, what would it be?
Pocket.
Interesting. Yes. Tell me more.
Well, you're, you know, doing your door thing, and then when you're not needed, you can just
tuck yourself away. Can I finish your eggshell?
Semi-gloss.
Yeah, that's hot. You remind me of me, Dylan.
You think?
We play on Fridays. There's a fun prize if you win.
You mean a door prize? Sorry.
A lot of short-term employment, and then Lumen.
Yes.
And they make their doors in-house. It's hubris.
Yeah, I was a Severed employee, so.
Uh-oh.
You're a Severed?
Yes. Yeah, I was. But, you know, it's just me here, and...
Well, Mr. George, thanks for coming in.
Damn.
Consider your application thoroughly.
They won't.
Because I'm severed?
Like I said, we'll consider your application thoroughly.
You're not considering me at all. That's discrimination.
We need a certain kind of person here, Mr. George, not a certain kind of two people. I mean, what do you think this is, a carpet factory?
What?
You want to circumcise your brain, that's your business. But it doesn't mean I have to hire you. And personally, I think it's abhorrent.
Damn. Yeah, because the whole severed procedure is kind of like a political matter and an ethical matter in this universe they live in. But yeah, I think he's right too. That is discrimination. What kind of is Lumen playing? I say that to say, like, episode 1, we saw their severed, we saw their inside versions speaking to Mark. So if they're fired, is it just their inside consciousness that's alive in there, and their outside self is just out here looking for new jobs? Or the other thing I'm thinking is, maybe Lumen were so confident that like these people won't be able to find other like good jobs out there, or jobs that didn't discriminate against them, to make them desperate to crawl back to Lumen. I don't know. That's just where my brain is at now, but we'll find out soon enough, I guess. It's not fair. His wife.
Read the room. I would have picked up the phone if it was good news.
Oh, I'm sorry. You'll get the next one.
Damn.
Stop being nice.
Wow.
Hey, do we need more baby wipies? I'll get some anyway. I'll be home soon.
Okay, bye, hon.
Damn. Not the most fun interaction.
And what about Kobelvik? Have you heard from her?
I went by there. No one answered the door, though.
I was just thinking maybe there was a way we could confirm what your any meant.
Devin, Jesus Christ. Are you serious?
I know we're not supposed to contact him, but Denise is a lawyer, and apparently you can petition.
I'm quitting.
You're quitting?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you called them already?
I'm sorry. Haven't you been trying to get me to quit that place since I got there? I thought I was finally doing what you want.
I mean, like, why was he so curious?
Right.
And what are you doing? You remember I identified her, right?
Yes, Mark.
I saw her body.
Yeah, I know. My thing is, if we could just get like a half step more confirmation, then it's not going to be something that continues to haunt us. Do you know what I mean?
Us.
Yes. She was my family too, Mark.
Yeah, but she was my wife.
I know, but you're not the only one her death affected.
Oh, really? It affected you?
Yes.
Did you have to tell her parents that she was dead?
Jesus.
How about her students? How about this? Did your sheets smell like her for weeks afterwards? You know what? Honestly, if Rickon died and his body burned, I'd be sad for you, but I wouldn't be affected. This is obscene.
I just want to be sure.
I am sure.
This man is hurt and it's making him defensive, but I can also see that he's trying so hard not even to entertain what Devin is trying to bring. I think that's where the defensiveness is coming from, not just because he's trying to be a... But you know those moments where like you don't even want your brain to think something and you try as much as possible to create a shield around yourself. Because with all the magical wibbly wobbly that like Lumen can do, plus you had your wedding picture in your hand and ran into the room and screamed she's alive, he definitely knows that his Eni knows something. And that's what Devin is trying to get to, but he's been so standoffish and defensive. And I totally understand it. Like, that feeling, I mean. Waiter is like,
Talk to you later.
Mark.
Gotta love siblings, man. Pips. Simply as I give him a gift card for. I always thought these two fish were symbolic. With the line in the middle kind of dividing two of them. The Severance. So why didn't they fire Mark? That's suspicious. Uh-oh. Is it Mr. Draymond? Bert! Okay. It's finally changing the bulb. Fruit basket.
Mr. Milchick?
Compliments of the company. We got off on the wrong foot last night. Okay to talk a minute?
Yeah, come on in.
So, Mr. Scout, I know you're still weighing whether to return to Lumen. I'd like to ask you a few questions that may inform your decision. Is that all right?
Okay.
Terrific. How happy are you with your current financial compensation? I ask because our endearment to you is such that a 20% bump is on the table should you return.
20%?
Why him? These sneaky bastards. Why him and not the other two?
My second question is whether a full investigation into your Innie's claims and regular wellness checks from independent orbs would help you feel more excited to return.
Well, I don't know. Is that what they're doing?
It's the first step of many. My third question concerns your late wife, Gemma.
What about her?
In your intake interview, you cited her death as a primary motivator for severing. Do you remember what you said?
No.
You said since she died, every day feels like a year. that you felt like you were choking on her ghost. Do you still feel that way, Mr. Scout?
What the?
The Mark I've come to know at Lumen is happy. He cares for people, and he's funny.
What kind of manipulation is this?
He's found love.
Love? With who?
The solace you have given him down there will make its way to you. It just takes time. I hope you'll give us that time, Mr. Scout.
Manipulation, man. I hate when people use stuff like that to get their way. And it worked. Again, they only did it for Mark, not the other two. Ah, somebody's watching me.
Are you satisfied with this?
His sister seems more uppity than he is.
So who are you bringing into MDR?
I've got a floater from overseas and a pair who were laid off from 5X.
5X, really?
I had 48 hours to pull this together.
The fake squad.
We don't need chemistry. We need Mark S. back to work.
Go on ahead.
Long enough to complete Cold Harbor.
Cold Harbor? So he didn't go home.
Mr. Scout?
Good night, Judd.
Hello, is anyone there? Is the board on? It's Marquette from Macrodata Refinement. Okay, well, if you're there, please listen. Now, I know that you want to do the right thing for severed people, which is why I need to see my team again. Mark! If we truly are the face of severance reform, as you say, then they deserve a chance. Mark! Please, they're my friends. You can't just make them disappear.
Of course, I bear full responsibility.
The board's going to give him what he wants, including Heliar. He won't finish without them.
He won't finish? Okay, they invited them all back.
Mr. Melchick?
Mr. George.
Interesting. Okay, they brought them back. So all the things I was thinking about, okay, clarified. Thank you. So he's special, Mark. He's not just random. Project something Harbor.
This is unheard of.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wood.
3 days of work. I broke a lease in Grand Rapids. Touch me. Give me another reason to serve.
They fired them, yep.
Hey, Judd.
And this is where he met his friends again. Gotcha. We've never seen any of the others come to work before. Bert. Irvin, not Bert. It's so interesting. The security guard says hello to Mark, but not the others.
Morning, Judd.
Okay. Okay, we're about to find out. No, we're not. Okay, it's one of these. Okay, like this shit is pissing me off. Not pissing me off per se, but it's like, obviously, a TV show as good as this with such good mystery writing will not always show you their hands, right? They won't show you their hands to keep that mystery alive. But on top of that, a lot of stories, they leave like red herrings or things to intentionally like deceive the viewers or make you look another way. And it even comes down to the editing and everything. So it's like seeing Helly go into that elevator with my theory from last episode that that's probably still real Helly, not the Helly we love. It's like, obviously, if they, let's take that last scene we just watched. I believe they knew that like if they just let the elevator close and we see her do the changing thing or not change, it would answer the questions for like people like me who are clawing at the possibility that if that's real Helly or not. But the elevator just fades to black and closed and went somewhere. So it's like, it's almost like the creators are dangling the fruit in front of you. It's like, you want this? And then they snatch it before you grab it. Or I could be all wrong about all of it. And there's no super mystery behind Helly. But it's like, it's so intentional, like by omission. Uh-oh. Are they clearing Cobell's house?
Hey!
Oh, that's her.
Hello, Mark. Just back from work.
Where do you think you're going?
What do you care?
What do I care? What do I... Who are you?
I thought you were quitting.
I trusted you. I told you what I'd gone through these past 2 years. You were in my house. I ate your cookies.
They convinced you to stay. Was a pineapple involved?
Yowzer.
You're so easy to sway.
Hey, man, she's becoming more and more interesting, man. It's like on one hand, she's fighting so hard in the favor of Lumen. But on the other hand, she's super interested in that Severance floor now. And what she just said to Mark, like, almost like she wanted Mark to stay away from there for some reason. Dog. Miss Cobell, man, give me answers.
What, so that's it? You're leaving. Why did you do this? What the f is this all about?
She gonna press.
Do you know something about Gemma?
She does. Maybe she has family that shit happened to. She's gonna... I knew she was gonna press. She was gonna floor it. But at least that hesitation told him something. You know what I'm saying? Like that hesitation that she hesitated, I'm sure that told him something. Okay, so many interesting things with this episode. Obviously, I feel like the main MVP this episode gotta be Miss Cobell. Harmony. Like, very interesting finding out she did not want the promotion. She wanted to stay on the severed floor. The stuff with her altar, her interests in Michael not staying, all that super intriguing. Helly's focusing on her kiss with Mark. Man, that ought to make you curious as well, man. Her curious as well. Cause there's this whole thing with like, I feel like something big that like I haven't even like alluded to this whole time we've been watching this show is identity, right? Like, who are you? You know, if all your memories are out of your head, you don't know anything about yourself. Are you still you? Some way, somehow, yes, right? Because some of that consciousness seeps through, like we've seen with Mark making the tree in Wellness, making the tree after visiting the tree where his wife died on the outside. We've seen that with Irvin with the paint goop. So it's almost like a character like Helly who knows so much about the Severance procedure and about a lot of Lumen secrets that her seeing her inside self be in love with Mark on the inside, maybe that's doing something to her brain. Yeah, man, a lot to think about, a lot to talk about. Milchek being a suave ass gangster, man, like going all over, firing them. I was asking the question, why just Mark? But from the boardroom, it kind of sounds like Mark is important, very important, even have a project labeled after his name. Kind of is that. Everything with him and his sister, so realistic for siblings. So realistic, from the love to the fights to the being defensive when something you're touchy about is brought up. Rickon and his friends, I don't know, man. Like, it's something about some of the things they say that just makes me go, it's so unfortunate about Dylan, what happened when he was in a job interview. It's so unfortunate. And the way he talked to his wife on the phone too was not very sweet at all. Especially when it sounded like she was trying to be like supportive and kind as well. And he just, someone can make the excuse that he's frustrated, but it's like, come on, man, no. Man, I like that last confrontation with Cobell and Mark though. When he asked, do you know something about Gemma? And her breeding came up. Bert was stalking Irvin? Hello? Good here. And what I said about that elevator scene of all of them going upstairs, I may be wrong, but I don't care if I'm wrong. But it's like the camera focusing on Helly, almost leading us with the zoom in into the elevator as she went into the elevator. Like zooming, almost like teasing, oh, you're about to find out, is this real Helly or fake Helly or something? And they just cut to black. I'm like, you cheeky bastards, y'all know what you're doing. Again, that could not be leading to anywhere, but it's like, it's too perfectly curated for that to not be anything in my head. That's what I'm saying.